Hello everybody. As you can see, we finally got some snow here in Michigan. It's looking pretty nice. I like it a lot. If you're worried about this cringe accent, it's because I've been watching way too much Urban Rescue Ranch on YouTube lately. It's really fun video, kind of uplifts your spirits. About this biologist who's like starting an animal refuge in a small property down in Texas, and he's doing good things down there. I'll avoid the cringe accent though for the entire video. I'm trying to test out some new equipment before I head down to Omaha. In fact, I don't know if it's working right. It's supposed to be something that stabilizes the camera as I walk, and I can't tell if it's actually doing that or if it's actually making it worse. And then also there's an external microphone that's trying to help capture my voice a little better, so maybe you can hear me during these videos. We will see if any of this equipment actually works or if it's all just a bunch of silly stuff that I ordered on the internet. As you can see, it snowed here up in Michigan. Not a lot, just a bit of a dusting. It's snowing right now even. But it's definitely pretty. I really missed winter. I missed it like crazy in California. Like, we would get snow in the mountains and you can go travel up there for a day or two and enjoy the winter weather, but just to have it like where you live is really, really nice. I like it. I was raised in very snowy areas, so it was kind of weird always being in California where it never snowed. Gosh, I really, like, as I'm walking, it looks like this camera's bouncing all over the place. But it might be the equipment actually making things better. I can't tell for the life of me. Like, what it's supposed to do, it's got a weird name. I think it's called like a gimbal or something. It's supposed to like hold the camera, and it has like an electronic sensor so that as it goes off tilt, it's supposed to tilt it back to being straight. So it could be that as I'm walking and bouncing around, what I'm seeing is the phone bounce all around to counteract that, which is why it looks so jolty to me. Or it could be that this thing's actually just bouncing all over the place. Like I said, we'll see after I stop the footage whether this is stable or not. Oh, this little pond right here froze over. Wonderful. I hope we don't get eaten by a bear or something. Bears are about to go into hibernation here, but they could be like foraging for last minute stuff beforehand. And yes, there are a good amount of bear around this area. They're like little tiny black bears though. They're nothing too scary. Although any bear is kind of scary if you run into them. Look at that. So, like I said, I'm testing out this camera equipment because I am heading to Omaha next week for Thanksgiving. And I'm hoping to do some cool films while down there. Another cool thing about this little gimbal thing is it has a stand, so I can go into like restaurants and things and hold my camera really easily. Just basically becoming a YouTuber now. It's great. Ooh, should I go on this trail? No, I don't think I want to go on that trail. We'll go a little further in, then we'll go on a trail. It's really nice outside. It's like 30 degrees, I'd say. There's no wind really. Just a bit of snow. Perfect weather. As you can see, I'm just walking down a road here. Probably not that safe. Hello. Hello. Hi. This is like a really popular phenomenon here. These fat tire bikes. I think they're popular in Colorado too. They allow you to ride through the snow. Which, I don't know. Does that look fun? Does that look exciting? I can't tell. Maybe I'll give it a try sometime. What else is going on? I've been mildly depressed after the election, but not too bad. Like I said, it wasn't really one that the balance of power really concerned me all that much. When I was living in California, it really concerned me always, because it was kind of like life or death in NorCal. Whether you could sustain your life or not, kind of depended on who held what office, which not the best place to be, very politically charged. But here in the Midwest, it's a lot more balanced. Even in Michigan, where Democrats control the state, like, there are some things obviously I don't like, being a little more conservative, but it's just a different flavor of liberalism, Midwest liberalism. It's a very different flavor from coastal, kind of hardcore liberalism. That being said, like I said, I've been a little depressed this week. Things definitely did not go the way I wanted to see them go in the election. But who knows? At the federal level, it may still be like a divided government, which is probably for the best. It's pretty routine that you get divided government after a midterm. If it's not, and that's very interesting, then that's something to study. Also, like, a lot of people on the news I'm noticing are like freaking out about the election. Like, oh my gosh, what happened? It was supposed to be this big red wave, and I don't think it ever was supposed to be, actually. Like, I was looking at political models and most likely outcomes of the election. I think like a red wave scenario only happened in something like 20% of the models. The vast majority of the models just showed House flipping, Senate being held by Democrats, end of election. And that seems to be the way it's going. It's always interesting when people are like decrying the most likely outcome and being like, how did this happen? I hope this technology is working. I think it is, actually. Like, I've seen the camera bounce around, but if I really try to look at the frame, it looks pretty straight. And I'm really hoping that it's also capturing my voice here. If all this is happening and coming together, oh boy, we're gonna make some exciting videos soon. This one's not very exciting, maybe pretty, but not exciting. Also need to give updates on Jump King. I'm still making progress. Still haven't beaten it though. I've also done the most cringe thing ever in my life, something I swore I would never do. I started playing Minecraft the other day, which I used to chastise my students for all the time. And now here I am trying to play it. It's kind of boring though. I kind of understand why I used to make fun of it. It's not really all that fun. Ooh, a hiking trail. Do we dare go on it? It'll be kind of unmarked, but it could be kind of fun. That, or I could just go up this road. This road takes you straight to the top of this mountain right here. And it's really, really steep. It's not fun walking up. This also takes you to the top of the mountain, but it kind of does a roundabout way. So it's not as steep. I think we'll go this way. We'll follow this at least for a little while. I love snow. I don't understand people. When I lived in California, so many people were like freaking out when I was leaving and potentially heading back to snowy areas. They would like straight up tell me I could never do winter. I couldn't do it. It's not gonna happen. Why would you not want this to be a part of your life? Like, the seasons are just amazing. I love seasons. I love snow. I love the way the natural world feels. I think that's why I like this place so much. It just feels so natural. It's like seasons kind of turn over exactly when they're supposed to. Like, oh, it's September? Okay, it's fall now. Oh, we're getting into later November? Okay, it's winter. I guess the one thing is winter lasts forever here. Winter will go until like mid-April, maybe even early May. And then you get a very short but gorgeous spring. And true to form, once June hits, then it goes to summer. This is pretty cool. I like this technology. It's like you can't see it right now. Like, I'm wondering, can I turn the camera? Does that work? I'm wondering if I hold it this way, if it works, because I might do this. If the shot is working right now during my travels in Omaha. So you can see me and see the area. But this gimbal thing, it's basically a stick. Kind of looks like a selfie stick, but really short. Like literally it's just a handle. And then on it's like this little gyro thing that holds your phone. And supposedly keeps it level during your shots. But again, I'm really doubting it's actually doing that. Oh, I stepped in a giant pile of mud. Gross. I gotta watch where I'm stepping. There we go. There are like these giant slush puddles everywhere. This was like all fall forest. Just like 3-4 weeks ago. I did like a blog entry on it and showcased all the, I was taking pictures then, not shooting video. But it was all gold. There were leaves still on all the trees. Everything was really pretty, really pristine. Now it looks entirely different. Just a few weeks later. It's crazy. I don't know how far I'm going to go on this. I don't think I want to hike it all the way to the top because it is a ways. It's like a several mile trail. Wait. What else is new? Let's see. Been catching up with former students. That's been good. Trying to catch up with people back in California. That's been good. Work's going okay. I'm definitely kind of ready for a vacation though. Omaha. I'm excited to get down there. It's kind of weird. I was reading an old Facebook post of mine that popped up. Like Facebook will sometimes show you your old posts and be like, here's what you were doing on this date in history. And I guess 2 years ago I was driving down to Santa Barbara for a vacation right around Thanksgiving. And that was supposed to be an epic trip. Where I went to Santa Barbara and then stayed with my aunt and uncle in San Luis Obispo for a while. And then got in a plane and flew out to Omaha. But my family all got sick with coronavirus right before I was supposed to board my plane. And my family's all in Omaha, obviously. So I had to cancel the Omaha section. It was still really like a profound trip, though. I got to go back and reread some of my stuff from that time. Because it was 2020. I was coming off of all kinds of stressful, huge life events all at once. And like I just collapsed mentally one day. I'm just like, I need time off. And luckily, my bosses at the time, who are the kindest bosses in the world, who I respect dearly to this day, were just like, take the time you need, go travel, go do what you need to do. And so I went down to Santa Barbara for about a week, and it was really bizarre because, again, it was coronavirus times, so I was pretty much just alone there. But it was still great to kind of walk, beaches and do some hiking and stuff, even if I was alone. And the hotel rooms were like super restrictive. You had to kind of quarantine yourself while there. And then went up to San Luis Obispo, and that was just a great experience. I really like my aunt and uncle, my Uncle Dan and Aunt Gina. They have like a house there, and just kind of live this really simple, low-key life in that area. And they're very accommodating. It was a really kind of heartwarming experience, and kind of snapped me back to work and reality and all that stuff, which I really needed at that time. Oddly, something must have been stirring in my soul though, because then a year later I was on the road and I was traveling America trying to find where to live next. So something wasn't working at the time in California. There's a lot of things, actually, a lot of factors went into my move, politics definitely being one of them. And if Michigan becomes like California, guess what? I will move again. I do not wish to live under that kind of political regime again. These bridges are so sus. They're awesome, snow covered, but they're kind of hard to see and slippery. This is so peaceful. This is like perfect. I always wonder why people don't come out here and do things more. Not here in general, just in general. Why people don't use nature, go hiking, get out of their houses, get away from their computers, actually do things in life. Some people have made it up here, a few obviously. There are some footprints and stuff, but I am quite alone right now in these woods. So what am I going to do in Omaha? Well, first I got to drive down there, and then lots of good restaurants, I'm hoping, and pheasant hunting with my dad. I definitely am looking forward to going pheasant hunting. Could probably use a haircut. I think it's been like half a year now since I've had a good haircut. And Thanksgiving with my family. Man, this is just gorgeous. Who needs Lake Superior when you can just go onto the woods side? It's crazy too, this is like right next to my place. Literally just walking out my door and walking into this. Really reminds me of my youth. When we lived in Oregon, in a little town called La Grande, Oregon, on the eastern side, we had a house, and it was literally like the last house in the foothills before you were up in the mountains and in the woods. And so I spent a lot of my youth just adventuring into mountains, and these were like dangerous mountains filled with mountain lions and big bears and stuff. Crazy backwoods type people. But the house and the actual backwoods behind the house, they sat on the Oregon Trail, the old original Oregon Trail. So when I'd hike behind the house, I was actually hiking the Oregon Trail. And every so often, you would find like old wagon tongues and stuff, which as a kid, that's about as cool as life gets. That is awesome. That's a really cool town to grow up in. I just remember a lot of unadulterated freedom there. Like, I would just jump on my bike or run out the door and go explore the woods and things. Stuff that you would never let your kid do in today's world. Just to venture out into the world aimlessly. But it was a very safe place. Just like this is a very safe place. I wouldn't mind letting my kids go explore somewhere like here. Whoa. Oh man. How much further am I going to go on this? I might actually end up doing the whole trail. I think we're about a third of the way through it. Again, I gotta try shots like this. See if this works at all. I don't know if it does or not. At least I have something where I can kind of play around with it and get a image of myself, so I don't have to flip cameras around or things of that nature. Because flipping the Facebook on the iPhone camera from the front side to the back side, it really screws up your image quality. That's what I found out. Oh boy. I know this goes around like a snag, and then it kind of comes out to like a bit of a clearing, a bit of a meadow. I think I'm going to stop at the meadow. It's not too much further. Wait. I'll just be quiet for a while. I've been talking too much. I hear a crow. Oh, I know something to talk about. Doggos. So I've been really wanting a dog lately. And on Friday, my neighbor clearly got like a new puppy or something. Because it's just been constant barking and yapping and like dog footprints running across a wood floor for me all weekend long. Like I can clearly hear it through the walls. And it's very obnoxious. And so now I'm like worried about getting a dog because I don't want to do that to my neighbors. And I feel like that's kind of a rite of passage when you have a puppy to get through that phase. But yes, usually it was like dead silent next door, and now it's just constant noise. What is this crow squawking about? I also apologize, these videos are so boring. So, Urban Ranch Rescue that I've been watching, very exciting videos. They're very fast-paced. And they do good editing. Like the shots are really quick, and then they kind of sew them all together to make a video. That's the downside of IRL streaming. Like I said in an earlier video. Its positive side is it counteracts the lifestyle culture of like Instagram and YouTube during the 2010s, where you have these perfectly polished videos and like teens were getting depressed because they're like, my life doesn't look like that. And it replaces them with something that's just more authentic and raw. Still pretty. Like obviously right now I'm walking through this gorgeous forest and hopefully you're getting some entertainment from that. But it's just a little less excitement and less polish. It doesn't look like some lifestyle vlog type thing. And yeah. So going to this kind of helps that issue, while also making it so I don't have to do a ton of work editing videos after I shoot every scene. But on the flip side, this urban rescue ranch kind of does the same thing, but with actual scenes and videos. It's hard to explain. It's kind of like this hybrid between lifestyle and actual movie shooting with edited scenes, narration, etc. It's like a really nice neighborhood right up here. Maybe that's where I stop. But this was like the little meadow I was talking about, which now that there are no leaves on the trees and everything's kind of snow covered, doesn't really look like a meadow at all. I think this is where I want to turn around. I don't want to go all the way to the top of the mountain today. Although I am like halfway there. It's literally, you can kind of see it jutting up over there. It's a ways still, but not too terribly far. Maybe a football field or two. Yeah, let's do it. It's a Sunday. What else am I going to do today? We'll see the view from the top. It'll be great. I feel like I'm in episode 7 of Star Wars right now, when they're walking around in the snow. Oh, yeah. Oof, oof, oof. Other things. Whoa. The tree's like really old and diseased looking. Other things in life, I'm kind of lonely these days. Like, definitely fitting in at the job and enjoying my work crew, enjoying the people I work with. But outside of work, it's been pretty tough meeting new people. I mean, I guess that was kind of predictable, coming to a small town. Smaller towns aren't really known for meeting lots of people. But it's not so much that, I guess, as the people from my past just kind of like disappearing. I know people's lives get busy and stuff, and it's kind of like that out of sight, out of mind factor. Like when I moved away from Red Bluff, obviously I wasn't there anymore. So what's the reason to kind of talk to me, contact me? But I don't know. It would help a lot if people from the past could reach out a bit every now and then. I doubt that they will, but they always can. I guess it's a double-edged sword. I could easily call them too, but you just assume that people are like so busy and tied up with their lives that you don't want to like disturb people. And I guess that's probably true for what they're thinking. With me. Let's see. Trail section secret. Trail section up a creek. What do we got here? We have here. How do we get to this street right here? I think that's my turnaround point. If that makes sense. Which isn't very far. So I gotta get to 16, which means I gotta follow the secret section. Got it. Okay. So we gotta go, oh gosh. That's right, I forgot about this. There's like a weird fork in the trail here. And it seems like that way should take you to the top of the mountain. I don't know where that goes. I think it just like wraps around the base of it. But you gotta follow the blue marker and go up the mountain. Luckily, we have not been devoured by a bear yet. I was 100% certain we would be devoured by a bear by now. But this is a bear-free trail, people. Bear-free. Oof, oof, oof. Oh, this trail is getting steeper. It's probably not showing up on the film, but it starts to become a bit of a workout right here. Wait. Oh, I see some blue sky. I haven't seen blue sky in days. It's so crazy, like a week ago, I was walking around and it was like 60 degrees. Now it looks like this. Wow, we're almost 30 minutes into this bad boy. It's a long video. It's gonna take years to process. Okay. I am liking this equipment, and assuming that it's stabilizing the film, I'm guessing that you are too. If it's not stabilizing, and it's just making everything more shaky, this is going to be a very crap video. So let's hope that's not the case. Okay. What's this up here? Is this just a trail marker? Or is this another section marker? It's also crazy how little I recognize of this trail, just because it looks so different right now. So I don't really know where I am on it, other than that big section down there that I recognize. But if you were to ask me, is it another mile? Is it a half mile? I couldn't tell you. My microphone's covered in snow. It's all fluffy. It's like one of those fuzzy big microphones. Supposedly it's capturing everything I say with good quality sound. We will see on that though. Oy. Looking at the footprints, I think I'm person number 2 or person number 3 to walk this. Looks like person number 3. I see 2 different sets of footprints, but no more than that. Okay. What in the world is this? This is nuts. It's almost like a video game for you guys, like an adventure game. First person point of view. Oh boy, over 30 minutes in. Who knew that walking up a mountain could bring about so much film time? It's wonderful. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet for a while we get this next stretch done. Oh. I think I found my 2 people. Hello. I sure do. Thank you. Hey. Oh, there were 3 sets of footprints. I see one more set right here. Oh, should I just stop at this neighborhood? Wait. I really want to make it to the top, though. I don't think the overlook's that far away. You know, when I first set out on this video, I thought I was only going to shoot about 5-10 minutes to test this technology. We're going a lot further than that. This is a neighborhood that I absolutely love up here. Oh my gosh, I really like this neighborhood. Someday, if I become very, very, very wealthy, I will definitely live in a place like this. It's like the perfect home for a winter setting. Okay, I am seeing the top of some of these mountains, so I think we're getting to the top of ours. Look at that house, though. That's just gorgeous. Okay, here we go. You know, going down the mountain, I'm definitely gonna take that steep trail. Going up that trail takes forever. Going down it takes like a minute. So that'll be nice. But if we can make it all the way to the top, and I can get a good view from the top for you guys, a wintertime view, that's the goal. Oh my gosh, I see all the switchbacks coming. Oh, this is the worst part. Actually, the worst part is that I did not prepare for this at all. Like I said, I only was planning to shoot for a few minutes, and now I'm walking for several miles in boots and snow gear. I'm not used to walking in boots. Used to my running shoes. Gotta get used to it again. Winter's obviously here. Oh yeah. This is also good for me as I get back in shape. So another issue I've been facing here, health-wise, probably don't want to hear about my health, but I've been having like a lot of stomach bugs and just extreme exhaustion lately. Like I sleep so much, it's insane. Even today, I don't think I woke up till about 9:15 or so. Very unusual for me. And a coworker told me that the reason for that could be vitamin D deficiency. Just because it gets darker up here than I'm used to in the southern part of the country. And I should start taking vitamin D. So I started doing that the past few days. And I will say I have a lot more energy during the daytime. Like I'm still sleeping a lot, but I feel a lot more balanced and alert. And a lot of my stomach issues are going away too. How that works, I don't know exactly, but it seems to be a thing. I don't know why I just ran that, because I need a lot of energy to hike this part. This is the steepest part. There's the top though, right up there through the trees. I can kind of see it. Maybe another quarter mile to a half mile and we'll be there. Boy, it's a really long video, 40 minutes almost. Let's see if I can run to the top. How about that? That'll speed things up. Come on. If this person with these snow prints could make it up here, so can I, right? Uh-oh. This person's snow prints when we were right here. Making progress. Keep going. Running has become so much harder for me since I had COVID. My lungs just kind of collapse. Oh, there's the top though. You see it? I see the top. Let's go. Let's go. I think I'm getting a little delirious now. I guess it's a good test of what hiking videos could look like in Japan. If I do some hikes there, longer streams, longer shots, but very pretty. And I think the views from the tops of the mountains in Japan, with like Mount Fuji in the distance, oh yeah, those are going to be some good hikes. I also hope my phone doesn't die right as I reach the top, because I did not bring my battery this time. So we will go for as long as it lets us go. My goodness. Oh boy. Where is the top? Okay. I really think at this point people just started doing their own thing. It's like a deer. Something bigger than a deer. All right, I see it. There's the sign. Mount Marquette overlook. There's the overlook. Let's go. Easy, boys. I'm running it. Oh, shoot. I should probably keep that stable. Uh-oh. And I just broke it. That's what I get for running. Whee! Sorry the film's going all over the place. Oh no, really? No! I was so close. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold it like this. Doesn't seem to want to balance unless I can get it to go like this for a while. There. There we go. No. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Another thing I'm learning about filmmaking, you always have issues. Alright, I'm just have to hold this like this the rest of the time. It's gonna stink, but oh well. Probably gonna get a lot more choppy too. Unless it doesn't. I guess this is the ultimate test on if the technology works or not. If this looks just as stable and still as it was before, then I paid money for garbage. Wonderful me. Oh man. Where is the top of this thing? Come on. We're gonna finish this before the hour. Why? Why did you do this to me? Hang on. Whoa. Is this working again? Okay. So then can you work this way? No. You don't want to. Oh gosh. Why? You were working so well. No. So now it wants to like stabilize with my video vertical, but not horizontal. I think I would have to turn it off and turn it back on to fix it. I'm not gonna do that, so we'll just have to hold the camera as level as I can for the rest of this. Come on now. 42 minutes. Almost there. Man, I keep thinking I'm at the top. It just keeps going. Why now? Why is it you'll stabilize like this, but not like this? What is happening? Can I like hit a button? There must be a button here somewhere I can press. Turn it off? Maybe that's what's wrong. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is bouncing all over the place. It's very frustrating. Okay. It needs to be able to sense that direction. And then it can sense horizontal.